It's The Franklin Show, live from Franklin with America's favorite adopted pup, Franklin Delano Roosevelt Lloyd Wright Sinatra Seltzer. There you go. Friend and a favorite dog adopter, Michael Seltzer. I'm your announcer, the longest continuous national Sirius XM morning show host, Flash Phelps, and now here's Franklin. PHRLNKLIN.
Oh, wow. Thank you, everybody, for braving this horrific Michigan weather. Thanks to my great band. Wow, you guys are hot tonight. And thank you to my friend Flash Phelps, 60s on 6 and all over America, the great Flash Phelps. Thanks for being my announcer today. Franklin is on a speaking tour right now, couldn't be with us, but I've got this little fella here who's a replica. And if you go to the franklin.com website, you'll find this available for your own. So go to www.franklin.com. We've got some great guests, and we'll be right back.
We said we'd never break the 3-second rule. Never do that. And never become a minivan mom.
Hey, Chris.
As parents, we say never a lot, but never happens. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Franklin Show. It is my pleasure and an honor to have a very famous reporter, journalist, newscaster, and lovely person. Jill Rappaport is my guest right now on the Franklin Show. Hi, Jill.
Hey, so nice to be here with you. And so sorry we had a little technical issues that your viewers might not have seen or heard, but we're good now, right?
We're showbiz veterans. We know about these things, so let's just keep the show moving.
Just go with it.
So grateful to have you, Jill.
Thank you.
You've had an illustrious broadcast career, NBC and elsewhere, and you've devoted yourself to puppies, to dog adoption.
Yes.
And that's what I want to talk to you about, because as you know, my best friend Franklin, who's sitting right over here taking a little nap because we've been in studio since 8 o'clock this morning, is an adopted pup, changed my life forever. And I am forever indebted because it's just the most wonderful gift you can ever have.
Right. The best gift you not only give them, but yourself. And it changes your life truly forever, doesn't it?
Right. So tell me about that. When did you start and where are you at with that now?
Well, I've always been obsessed, and I was one of the first people, literally, when I was a little girl, that would bring home anything stray. I once came home literally with a mouse in my hand on New Year's Eve, and my mother called the doctor because I literally tried to kiss it to come back to life like Sleeping Beauty. And when she called the doctor, it was New Year's Eve. He said, "Are you drunk already, Mrs. Rappaport?" I've been obsessed with animals. I would always bring home the strays. I never believed in and never would go to a pet store. I knew back then that just find the one that needs a home and give it the best home ever. And I was the entertainment reporter on the Today Show for the first 16 years. And I did a story that totally was different from all my celebrity stories, where I focused on my beloved dog, Jack, my rescued German Shepherd, who ended up getting bone cancer. And I went to my boss that day and I said, "I know I always do celebrity stuff, but I want to do a medical story about animals and Jack's story of survival." So we covered his amputation and his recovery on the Today Show. And it went viral back then all over the world. And I couldn't believe the response. I received letters and calls from people like, "This is a miracle. This is amazing what you did for this dog." He was 11 years old at the time, and I took a chance. And he ended up living, you won't believe this, till 13 and a half years old, which for a German Shepherd is even longer than their lifespan. So I went to my boss that day and I said, "Stars don't need my help, animals do." And I really want to change my whole beat on the Today Show and now focus on animals. And at the time, my executive producer was Jim Bell, who also ran the Olympics. And he said, "That's great, Jill, be our pet reporter." He allowed me to do it. And I said, "Well, I don't love the title pet reporter. How about animal advocate?" It really says more about what I do. And what I've done is really focus on not puppies. I don't ever do stories or promote the puppies because they have the easiest time getting adopted. Although right now we are inundated in shelters with puppies as well. But I focus on the underdogs, the seniors, the pits, and the special needs. And I do that because those are the ones that are left languishing and are all over in our shelters all over the country. And those are the last to get a home. So I focus everything on those animals. And I've made it my life and my career. But what's so amazing, and you know this, when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. So it's not work for me. This is my oxygen, what I do.
That is so wonderful, Jill. I can't tell you how moved that makes me feel because it is such a good thing to do. It is a gift. And I love the fact that you take on the challenge of trying to find homes for the less fortunate dogs, if you will. I get
Right.
that.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
the
that's
ones that people just look, they walk into the shelter. I'm on the board of 4 different shelters, and I know for a fact they walk in, and the minute they see the age, even if it's 3 years old, they just keep on walking. And I think you heard about this. I literally just was at the shelter. I do my videos every week for Southampton Animal Shelter, and I feature all my underdogs. And while I was there, it's a running joke because I have an affinity. I love all dogs, but little red mini dachshunds. I just lost my super senior in the September named Oscar Meyer. He also came from Southampton Animal Shelter. And I got him when he was 8 years old. He was returned 3 times. And
oh,
it's a running joke. When I walk into the shelter, they go, "Hey, Jill, no red mini doxies yet." And
oh,
while I was there filming my videos with my underdogs, they said, "You won't believe this. Someone brought in this super senior. His paws were all bloody. He was found wandering on the highway. And little did we know his condition. And I went to look at him, and he was sound asleep with this little tiny face. He weighs 10 pounds. And I looked at him and I just knew, and I said, "Okay, we have to give 6 days," and we post it everywhere and make sure the owner is aware if they come and pick them up, we hope. But in this case, no one. Oh, sorry, live
Howie,
podcast.
fine,
That's
no problem. No
there's
problem.
a doorbell ringing. So wouldn't you believe that after 6 days, nobody claimed my little boy? And I said, "He's mine." And they said, "But wait, he's completely deaf. He's mostly blind. He's 14 years plus. He
Oh,
has an enlarged prostate. He was never neutered. He's got dental disease. He has a heart murmur." I said, "When can I adopt
great.
him?"
This sounds like me. My God, this is amazing.
Maybe I should adopt you too.
Oh, please. Well,
I'll
I've had your
take you.
sister for
I
years.
don't
I'm
think
ready.
I don't think you're old enough, but I'll take you too.
Okay.
So meanwhile, he is the most adorable, delicious thing. And I have a little inside story to tell you that nobody knows. So first, when I posted him, can you believe someone dumped him? And in keeping with the hot dog theme, I named him Nathan, Nathan's Hot Dogs. But I also included Nathan Detroit, my hometown, and I love guys and dolls.
Yeah.
And when I posted him, I said, "I can't believe someone just dumped this little angel, blind, deaf, and
Oh,
literally waiting on a road with bloody paws." And I found out that the day before he was ready for me to take him, Allie Wentworth, who's George Stephanopoulos' wife, as you know, I guess their little 17-year-old doxy got out of sight and ended up back in our shelter, which was crazy because they're the best pet owners in the world. And thank God someone picked this little dog up. She ended up in the shelter. And when Allie was there, she happened to see my little Nathan. And she was so grateful that she got her beloved dog back. She said, "Oh, if no one takes him, I want him." So I
well,
said, it's so comforting to know there's an unbelievable soul in the world that would take a dog like this. And I have to tell you, I love him as if I had him the minute he came out of his mother's womb.
well, you have a Nathan. You have what was the other one? Oscar Mayer.
Well,
You,
Oscar Mayer is in
you
heaven now, sadly,
oh,
but
oh,
yeah.
well,
And
you need a Coney dog, don't you? Need a Coney, a Lafayette Coney?
Oh, I love it. That's very cute. Yeah, I have 3 other rescues at home. I've got Stanley, the standard poodle, and
Mm,
I've got Winnie, the poodle, but she's really Winnie the Pooper. And I think I have my own version of a labradoodle. We have a wackadoodle. I've come up with my own name because she is off the wall. And
That's
then I have
hilarious.
Scout, who is a coonhound mix. We found him on the road when he was a puppy also. And that was years ago. And he was the last and only puppy I ever took because he was about to get hit by a car. Nobody wanted him. I
Oh,
put him on Puppy Bowl and still
oh, oh.
no adoptions. So he was a Puppy Bowl reject who ended up in my home.
God bless. What a wonderful thing you're doing. And I when I adopted my two boys, Franklin and Winston, it was life-changing, because my wife and I had not had a discussion. We just sort of happened upon at our Franklin Roundup, which is our Labor Day big parade and event. We always have dog adoptions, and I always wander through to wave to people and say hi to people because I'm a councilman. And I see Franklin in a cage, and I said to Lori, "Oh my God, I want him." And she goes, "What?" And we took him out of the cage and he jumped all over me, and that was it.
So
Boom.
you
Done.
knew
And
love
then
at
a
first
year
sight.
later, we took him back to show him off, and I see another little white dog just like Franklin. And I said, "Lori," and she goes, "Oh boy, here we go again." And we
Well, I
got
always
Winston.
tell people if you have one, you got to have two.
Got to have
They
two.
need company. And really, now I've always had a six pack. This is the first time in my life that I've had so few dogs. I have four, and it feels a little lonely and empty. I'm looking to get more probably, and I always do.
That's
So,
amazing. That's
yeah,
amazing.
the one that needs
And
the home most.
they are the greatest gift. And, I think you'll appreciate this. I have said, Elon Musk is devoting himself to sending people to the moon or Mars or wherever the
Right.
hell. I said, focus some energy on creating a chip that we can implant in our puppies to give them the longevity that we have. How
Oh,
great would it
my
be?
friend has a great line who just divorced her husband. She said, "Why is it that our husbands, can live till 81 and dogs, we're lucky if we get 14?" She said, "Shouldn't it be the other way around?" I said, "You're onto something there."
Well, both your sister, who I love dearly, Linda Solomon, and my wife Lori have been like you, collecting strays, because my wife found me and Linda found Barry, and we are truly strays. But anyway, thank
And
God.
and Barry's not as housebroken as my sister's dog Howie. Look at Howie.
Oh, and there's
And
Howie
Barry's
and
not as well
Linda.
behaved as Howie. Look how
Oh,
cute he is.
Howie's the best. Hi, sweet Howie.
Isn't he
Linda, thank
cute?
you so much Jill, thank you so much for being here. I know you're
Thank
here for your mother's birthday. God bless her.
97th birthday. And can I just say one more thing? Because being
Yeah.
on the board of Southampton Animal Shelter, we're doing the most amazing event. I want to tell all your viewers and listeners because it's for Southampton Animal Shelter. It's called Unconditional Love, July 19th. And I have gotten my best friend, Christy Brinkley. I'm presenting Christy Brinkley, who will be presenting our Compassion to Action Award to Janie and Chevy Chase. Of course,
Wow.
Christy and Chevy Chase from the vacation films. And it's going to be the most incredible lineup at the most beautiful estate in Bridgehampton. Yes, I would love you all to go, and please go on the website. Michael, you would flip over this party. The estate is like out of this world. The
What's what
entertainment's going to be incredible. And you go to
what's the,
southamptonanimalshelter.org for more
okay, and
information.
what's the date of the event again?
July 19th. And you can hear more about it on my podcast, Rappaport
Okay.
to the Rescue on Pet Life Radio.
Perfect. We'll get all of this on the screen, I promise you. And if
Okay.
I can make my way to the Hamptons on July 19th, I will see you there. I will see you
Oh,
there. Yeah.
yes, but be careful because it'll be an event with animals. You may be coming home with some more rescue doggies.
I would love to. Trust me. Trust me.
Oh, it's great.
I
I
would have
know.
as many as you, but I have to travel, and it's difficult to travel with more than one. Lori
Oh,
takes one,
yeah.
I take one. We go back and forth to our residences, and to travel the country with puppies. Like I'm going to Ireland in August for
And you're
Van.
taking your dog with you?
No, I can't. It's too.
You
That's
can't. Yeah, because the
it breaks my heart.
vaccinations.
Breaks my heart.
Yeah.
So,
And I know I have a farm with horses, and I'm blessed to have someone who's been with me for so many years, 25 years. He's a part of my family. I mean, I never put them at a vet. I never put them in boarding. I
yeah,
make sure they're always in their home in their beds.
that's what we do too. I cannot board my boys put them
No.
with anybody that they don't know. So yeah, they're like our kids, right?
Yeah, children who never grow up, but the best, right?
Anyway, happy birthday to your mom, who I have notarized for. There's my notary. This is my notary shirt. Your sister will tell you that I have been called upon to come to the residence and notarize for your mom, and I'm happy to do it whenever she needs me.
Oh, and I need you too. We always need a good notary.
I'm here. I'm here. Jill,
Oh,
thank
that's
you.
so great.
Thank you so much for being on the Franklin Show. I look forward to catching up with you again soon, and I
Okay.
wish you all the best.
Thank you. Same to you and your beautiful family, 2 legs and 4.
Thank you. You got it. All right,
Okay.
everybody. We'll be right back with more riveting entertainment right here on the Franklin Show. Thank you so much.
Thank
Stay
you. Say goodbye, Howie. Oh, you put him to sleep. I'm so sorry to say.
Oh no. Well, Franklin's asleep too. So what can I tell you?
Doesn't say much about this interview, does it?
Bye, Jill. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Oh, hi there, everybody. Welcome back. All of you people and you people up there in the cheap seats. God bless you for standing outside in the heat. Did you see all those people standing outside in the heat?
I did.
mean, it's an amazing thing that we have this dedicated. Thank you all. Ladies and gentlemen, Danielle Gordon, a entrepreneur, a wonderful person that I've known for numbers of years. And this segment that we're talking about, kids who done good, are people who grow up in the mean streets of Franklin, West Bloomfield, Birmingham, etc., that I've known, and have gone on to become successful entrepreneurs, and you're one of them. So I knew you when you were Danielle Superstein.
Yeah.
And now you're married and happy and all that.
You know,
That's
yeah.
great. Yeah.
More or
Well,
less.
we all have our moments. Lori and I have 49 years, 2 of the happiest years of my life. I say that repeatedly.
God bless
She
Lori.
rolls her eyes, but nonetheless, that's reality. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your entrepreneurial spirit. You are
Sure.
a therapist.
I'm a therapist.
So let's talk about
Yeah.
that first.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I have my own private practice,
Mm-hmm.
and I specialize in working with moms, particularly pregnancy, postpartum, parenting, any sort of life transition. I started that in 2018, so it's been, I don't know how many years, 7, 8 years. And yeah,
And
great.
you went to you were obviously Groves.
Yeah.
We just had a whole discussion with somebody else, Jack Ashton, who was a musical icon. He went to Groves
Oh my
well
gosh.
before you did, and well before I was even knew what Groves was. But then you went to college where?
I went to University of Michigan
Yeah.
for my undergrad.
Yeah.
I'm not a diehard alumni, so
Yeah.
apologies.
No. I paid
then-
tuition at both places,
Right.
so
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
And then I went to grad school. I started in Chicago, and then I ended at Oakland University back in Michigan.
So, but what was your career choice? What did your education?
I have had many
Ah,
careers
you're one of
in my
those.
life. I am one of those.
Yeah.
If I get bored, I move on. If I master something, I move
Yeah.
on. So
Okay.
yeah, so entrepreneurship is very good for me.
So, all right. Well, I would just say to your family, you didn't need to go to college for what you're doing now, but it's good to have it, I suppose.
Thank you.
It's
There's
good-
some basics I learned.
It's good to have the college education. I went to Harvard Community College,
Yeah.
and it served me well. So,
You can tell.
well, there is no Harvard Community College. Come on.
I know that.
Okay, I know you knew that. All right, so that your therapy business,
Yes.
that's one facet of your life.
Yep.
And then the other facet is this framing.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
let's talk
I
about.
help my husband. I call it his business. He calls it our business. It's called Art and Frame.
It's actually your business because everything is
Everything
going to be
is mine.
yours.
Thanks.
Everything in my life belongs to my wife. So just
Yes.
let's set the record.
All of the challenges are his, and
Yeah.
all of the successes, right,
Is yours.
are mine.
Yeah.
No, so it's been great. We've had this for 8-ish years, and it's custom framing and art gallery in Birmingham, Bloomfield Hills area, Maple and
Yes.
Cranbrook.
Yes.
And I'm so proud of him.
Didn't you just open up a second store?
So we did. We opened a second store in January of 2024,
Yeah.
and we just decided to close it.
Well, that was quick.
It was
But you
very
know what?
quick.
You
and
learned something.
We definitely learned, and
Yeah.
I think part of being an entrepreneur
That's
is,
right.
learning your lessons, knowing when to start over or change or pivot.
Is it location?
Yeah.
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 Well, also, you're also beginning to spread yourself thin when you open up another
Correct.
location.
Correct.
Right? So,
We are much happier as a family
yeah.
with one location.
When you're working together. Do you work together?
So we did, and that was very interesting.
Oh, let's talk about that.
It was interesting.
Let's talk about that. And then I'm going to have to have your husband come on a future show.
You should.
And
Brad
we'll.
would be good. Yes.
Interesting. Go ahead.
We work very differently,
Mm.
and I
I
am a
love this.
self-proclaimed. I like productivity and efficiency,
Mhm.
and my husband, I love you, is more of a creative type,
Ah,
right? And so we just work differently, and I'm very stubborn, and I like things on my timeline, and so
I can see where
It
this is
was-
going.
let me just say, we are in such a much better place now that we have closed the second store.
Okay, but at
Yeah.
the original store,
Yes, the original store.
you do work together?
So no, actually,
You
I do
don't.
behind the scenes. It was only
Oh.
when we opened our second store
I
that I
see.
really got into the day to day.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And the original store is in Birmingham? you
it's
said?
it's in Bloomfield Hills on the border of Birmingham. It's at Maple and Cranbrook, right across from Seahome.
Huh.
And yeah.
I remember there's a frame store that would be a competitor of yours on Inkster and Maple because my company was in that strip center.
We love Rob at Knollwood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't sure I was going to say his name, but
That's
okay, Rob at Knollwood.
Rob at Knollwood was
Yeah,
great.
good guy.
He was such a mentor
Yeah.
to my husband.
Oh.
And yeah.
So did you guys work with them at some point, or you just?
So when we purchased it, my daughter was like 6 months old, I think, and it came with training. So like neither of our backgrounds is in custom framing,
right.
So Brad has a design degree and woodworking background, and so he got some training from the previous owners. But Rob was so wonderful, and
Yeah.
he was just like,
So wait,
anytime you.
so
yeah.
Brad went to college too,
Yes.
right? And what
I will
college?
say, go Hoosiers, IU.
and so did he master in something that led you?
No.
So in other words, college was a complete waste for both of you.
College
And so when my
helps
kids
us.
ask me if I want to make donations to my grandchildren's college fund, the answer is no. And for this reason, I'm an entrepreneur.
Let me say, hold on one second.
There are
College is
cameras
not a
all around.
waste, okay?
Yeah.
College is not a waste.
Did I say that?
Definitely learned
Did
some
I say
good
that?
lessons.
Let's roll the tape back. Did I say it's a waste? So in other words, college was a complete waste for both of you.
It doesn't contribute directly to what we're doing.
It's a
but
foundation,
yes, thank you.
right?
It's a foundation.
And I'm not saying you shouldn't go, but there are limitations.
And you can do more with
And
the money
now-
you would contribute to that. You can
And
invest it, whatever.
It's so expensive.
I
mean,
yeah.
come
I hope
on.
my kids go to a trade school.
Yeah, right.
Really.
Right. Well, when my kids were babies, there was something called zero coupon bonds. You bought these
Never heard.
bonds at a discount,
Okay.
and they matured at a level. If I wanted to buy one for 18 years from now,
Okay.
I would pay what the going rate
Now.
was, presumably,
Oh.
based on tables, what college was going to cost.
Okay.
And you would buy a zero coupon bond. So I was able to put both of my kids through college in a fraction of the
Wow.
cost by being prepared and knowledgeable, which
Yeah.
again, I only picked up maybe at Harvard Community College.
Nothing, which served you not well at all.
Yeah, exactly. So, but
Yeah.
today it's so outrageously expensive,
It
and you
is.
know that because you have two
It
little
is.
kids.
I do. Yep.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
6 and
Yeah.
7 right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And
it's
how
ridiculous.
do you even forecast what college is going to cost at this point, 12, 14 years from now?
You can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I think my husband's really, he's like, I want to be able to pay for it. I don't want them to have to pay.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I want to enjoy our lives now.
It's only because you like your
So,
kids right now.
correct.
We all feel that way in the early years when our kids adore us, like Franklin adores me. Right?
As he closes his eyes.
And he's heard my spiel before, and you'll hear sound effects when he closes his eyes of him snoring. But he's very chill and very comfortable. The point is, I come home and he wants to see me, wants to be with me, and wants to go with me whenever I go anywhere. That's how it was with my kids for the first 5, 6 years.
I don't even think we got 5 or 6 years.
All right,
of
well
that.
then it's even worse today.
Right.
So I'm a bitter, angry man.
You seem very bitter and angry,
I
and your
know.
kids don't like you at all.
I love my kids and they love me, but not as much. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so the framing business, we're going to put that up on the screen so people
Sure.
can find you.
Awesome.
And your therapy business, that's your own independent practice?
It is. Yep. It's just me.
Good for you.
Yeah, it's
Good
a
for
lot
you.
of fun. I'm also pivoting now into doing a lot of trainings and for other therapists and giving some workshops and education. I have one in Ireland that I'm not going to, but it's virtual. So,
Well,
yeah.
I'll be in Ireland in October for
Really?
Van Morrison's 80th birthday.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lori and I go to Ireland all the time. We love it there.
I've never been.
Oh.
I would love to go.
It's beautiful, spectacular, and special.
Wow.
And I will
Take pictures.
share more. Yeah, I got a million pictures. Yeah. Let me also mention one other thing. This occurs to me. You have your sunglasses on your head, and that's fine. It reminds me of a story, though. And when my son Justin moved out to Los Angeles, and he was 20-something years old, and I helped set up an interview for him with ePrize, which was a huge
big company,
successful, Josh Linkner, fabulous. And I knew somebody, and I said, I'm trying to help my son get something. And they said to me afterwards, he was very impressive. He obviously learned a lot from you, marketing-wise, et cetera. But I almost didn't hire him because he walked in and he had his sunglasses on his head, just like Danielle.
Yeah. And let me tell you, I have my sunglasses on
That's
in my
fine.
driver's license picture. It is like,
But it just strikes me as funny because I'll never forget that story.
For sure.
And he got the job and he did very well until Capitol Records called him and said, come on over here and you can keep your sunglasses on your head because that's show business, right? Right. So Danielle.
He did very well because he has you and Lori. And
well,
he's a great guy.
that's what I say to myself endlessly. And he'll be on the show shortly and he can refute that, I'm sure.
Nice.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm very
for
proud of
having
you.
me.
I have, like I said, I picked the people that I wanted to spotlight on this particular episode of the Franklin Show. Kids who've done good, D-U-N.
D-U-N.
They're arguing with me about it should be D-O-N-E. That's so boring.
It is boring.
So kids who done good and you done good.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for
so
being
much.
here, Danielle Gordon,
Thank
everybody. And we'll be right back after stuff on the Franklin Show.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
And I am so grateful to this wonderful studio audience, to my band, to my announcer, to the great cast of characters that work so hard behind the scenes making this show a reality every week. We look forward to seeing you again next week right here on The Franklin Show. Good night, everybody.